Late to learn something new? That time has passed? That you lost your chances? And now it only comes to accept? Yeah, this is one of the greatest lies that ever told you. Because listen only, learning later late then it's never more than a saying. It's a scream of freedom. Today's Impact episode is about to start. It will be one of those who mess with the soul, that make you rethink your story, which bring out that desire you have ever had, but has been hidden behind fear or routine. Stay with me in this video, because today's message can turn your way of seeing life and, especially, your learning journey. But before we dive deep into this theme, I need to remind you of something very important. Hearing practice is one of the most powerful keys to unlock English naturally. When you hear, feel, absorb, you start thinking about English, getting used to sounds, understanding without translating. It is like a little seed that germinates in your mind, without pressure, without forced effort. And if you have come here, I know there is a true desire within you, whether for an old dream, an opportunity that came up, or simply for the love of knowledge. You're here because you want more of life, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Because it is never too late when the heart still pulsates with will. Shall we start? Think to me for a moment. How many times have you been, "Oh, if I had started before"? How many opportunities have passed before your eyes, and you just watched, feeling time dripping like sand between your fingers? It's natural. We all feel that. But today, I want to make you look at this phrase in a completely new way. Because the secret is not when you start, it's the fact that you started. And believe me, a lot of people never start. He gets stuck in the trap of then I see, then I try, now I can't. Only life does not expect. And the same time that seems to charge you so much, may be your greatest ally, if you decide to use it to your advantage. Let me tell you the story of your Antonio, a 67-year-old man who has always dreamed of speaking English. He was always a fan of the Beatles, loved Clint Eastwood's old movies, and even without understanding a word, watched with eyes in his eyes. He said he would one day learn, but life came with work, children, slips, tiredness, and this dream was staying later, until one day he decided to stop fleeing. Sitting on the porch at home, with a simple headset and the cell phone in hand, he played a video like this. And at that moment, something awakened. It was as if it calls him from him shouted, "Now go." He started practicing 15 minutes a day. At first he felt ridiculous by repeating words that he could barely pronounce, but he continued. And after 3 months he understood his first entire Beatles song, "Cry," because that old dream, buried at the bottom of her chest, was reborn. Do you know what your Antonio taught me? That age is not an obstacle. The regret? Yes. Repentance for not trying, for not trusting, for not allowing yourself to start over. And that goes for you too. You who are there, maybe 30, 40, 50, or even more. You who feel cold in your belly just thinking about starting something new. Listen to what I will tell you now with all the affection of the world. You can. Learning English, changing profession, starting a project, writing a book, playing an instrument, learning to paint, no matter what it is. The world is full of people who have proved that the impossible only exists until someone has the courage to try. But I know, we're afraid. Fear of looking silly, to make mistakes, to hear someone saying, "But you're old for that." Want to know? Let them talk. As they talk, you learn. While criticizing, you grow up. Because in the end, no one will live your dreams for you. Now imagine this. You in a year, listening to a conversation in English and understanding each word. Watching a movie without subtitles. Traveling out and asking for your coffee in another language with confidence. Or even conquering that job vacancy that requires fluent English. All of this starts with a simple choice. Don't let fear win. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be fast. You just need to continue. A little a day, every day. Because the secret is not in speed, it is in consistency. And that's where magic happens. You will see. One day it will be on the bus and understand a phrase you never understood. You will hear a music and capture the meaning of an expression. It will dream in English. It will laugh alone because a series joke finally made sense. And you will remember this video. You will remember that one day you decided it was time to learn, even late. But actually, it was not late. It was the right time. Your moment. And do you know why this video also talks so much about English, even being about life? Because learning a new language is a powerful metaphor. It's like learning to live again. You start listening, then trying to repeat, missing, hitting, understanding. And one day, speak. One day, live. And all this begins with the practice of hearing, with videos like this, with your presence here now. So if you got here, congratulations. Serious. You are already far beyond who has not even tried. And this is a source of pride. It is a sign that inside you still pulses that flame that time could not erase. The good news? I will be here with you on this journey, guiding you, motivating you, reminding you, day after day, that it is possible to learn, more late than ever. You are here, and that already says it all. Because those who choose to stay and keep listening to such a message, it's not anyone. It's someone who wants more. Someone who tired of letting life pass like a movie where you only watch and are never the protagonist. It is someone who has decided, even silently, to change his own story. And do you want to know? This is beautiful. This is powerful. Now listen. Every word you learn, every phrase you try to repeat, every video you hear to the end, it's a brick in building your future. And no matter how old you are, no matter how many times have tried and stopped, what matters is that you are trying again. And this time, you're not alone. We live in a culture that glorifies the sooner the better, which says that those who start early have more chances, more time, more advantages. But this is not a rule. It's just a narrative. The truth is that there are people who started early and it has not arrived anywhere. And there are people who started late and changed the world. Want some examples? Grandma Moses only began to paint after 70 and became one of the most recognized artists in the United States. Colonel Sanders only founded the KFC after 60. Morgan Freeman only had recognition in the cinema after 50. And they have something in common with you. They didn't give up trying. Your journey may have started today, but that does not diminish its value. This does not limit what you can achieve. Quite the contrary. It shows that you have courage. Because starting when everyone started before, it's easy. It is hard to start when the world says it is past time. But so what? Who wrote these rules? Who decided the right age to learn, to dream, to reinvent themselves? It was someone scared. Fear of trying, fear of making mistakes, fear of seeming ridiculous. But you don't. You're here. And this already puts you in front of many people who prefer the comfort zone. From today, every little step you take, every content you hear, every phrase you repeat will add to your progress. And yes, it will have a difficult day. There will be a day that you will think about giving up. There will be a word that does not enter the head, grammatical structure that looks like a node impossible to untie. But remember, it is not about always getting it right. It's about continuing. And here is a hard advice. Make English a friend, not a burden. Put a song in English to play while cooking. Listen to this type of video while packing, walking, or driving. Repeat phrases aloud without shame. Miss it. Of their own mistakes. Because each error brings you closer to a hit. And each attempt counts. More than you think. You don't have to study hours a day. Just need to be present a little every day. And the more you expose yourself to the tongue, the more your brain learns, even without you realize. Repetition creates familiarity. Familiarity generates confidence. And trust opens doors. Now take a deep breath and imagine the person you'll be in 6 months if you are still firm. Can you see? A safer, more curious, more connected version with the world. Because English is not just a language. He is a bridge, a key, a new way of thinking and expressing yourself. Think about it. How many amazing content exists in the world only in English? How many books, movies, lectures, courses, opportunities? And now you think all this may be within your reach, if you continue. Remember your Antonio? That Beatles lord? Well, today he is volunteer in a social project teaching basic English for elderly adults. He uses his own mistakes as examples, laughs with the students, viber with each achievement. And he says that if he had started before, he might not have valued so much. Because when we learn something after a long time wishing, the taste is different. It's sweeter, deeper. And it is this taste you will feel. One day you will look back and say, I'm glad I started. You will thank you for not letting the fear win. It will be proud of yourself. And the most beautiful, it will inspire other people to do the same. Because deep down, learn, be English or anything, it's an act of self-esteem. You are saying to yourself, I deserve to grow. And when you assume that, no one holds you. If today it was difficult, everything is fine. Tomorrow can be better. If today you have wrapped yourself in a sentence, tomorrow you get it right. If today you only understand one word of the video, tomorrow understands a sentence, then a paragraph, a dialogue, an entire episode of standard. And one day, you don't even realize that you understand. It will be natural because you didn't stop. And I'm here to remind you, every time you need it, that you are capable, that your story is still being written, and that no matter what has happened so far, what you do from now on is what will define who you will become. Are you ready to continue? You have come here, and this is already a victory. Because in the midst of so many distractions, appointments, and doubts, you have chosen to invest in yourself. He chose to stop for a few minutes and hear something that strengthens you. It says a lot about you. He says you care about your growth. It says that even in silence, you still believe you can more. And that, it's the beginning of everything. Today we talk about a simple but powerful theme. Learn later than ever. And now you already know. The important thing is not when you start. It's the fact that you start. It is the courage to take the first step. It is not to be imprisoned for regret. It is understanding that time does not limit us. He invites us. Life will continue to run outside. People will continue to live their routines, their cycles, their fears. But you now carry a new choice on your chest. The choice of no longer being spectator of the story itself. To take the reins of your development, to say, it's my turn. And English is just a door that leads to 1,000 other paths. Travel, new friendships, job opportunities, cultural growth, self-confidence. And all this starts with small gestures, like this moment here, now. So here is a practical advice. Start with what you have. Use what you know. Do the best you can. And tomorrow, do a little more. Watch a short video. Listen to a song. Repeat a sentence. Read a passage. Make it a ritual of love with yourself. And build day after day your fluency and your freedom. Before I finished, I want to leave you a sentence. It's never too late to flourish when the root still believes in the sun. If this message touched you in any way, if you inspired you or gave you a little push to continue, subscribe to the channel. This helps me to continue bringing content that motivate and transform. Leave a comment down here telling what most marked you in this video. I read everyone with love. And don't forget, each new video is another chance to grow together. So activate the bell and be with me in the next. Because your journey is just starting, and I'll walk with you as far as you want to go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing. And until the next episode, you are not alone. Let's go together.